Hello again to the AGS like a Pro tutorial series, the series that shows you how to use Adventure Game Studio like a professional. In the previous installment, I showed you the basics of Git, but obviously I forgot to show you how to create your own Git repository for your own game, and that's what we're going to do today. First, what you need to do is go to GitHub, the GitHub website, and you should have created an account, as I said in the previous video. So you have your own account and you're logged as yourself into Git. Then you go to the repositories screen and you click on New. You choose a name for the repository. By the way, you should get used to the word repository. That's the normal word in the Git world for online storage and versioning space. Okay, you can create it public or private, it doesn't matter. I recommend public to share it more easily with your team members. You can decide to put a README in it, it doesn't really matter. You can decide a license if you don't want anyone to steal your code, and you create the repository. Just like before, I remind you that this is only online for now. You don't even have a copy of it on your hard drive, it's just online. So the first thing to do is to create a local copy of it. So you have the link here. So you go on your computer, you go to the Git interface. Like I showed you before, you need to have installed Git on your own computer, and you click on Clone Existing Repository. You provide the hyperlink, you say where it's going to go on your computer, and you're good to go. Something went wrong, I'm not sure what. Oh yes, yes. I cannot push this repository because it does not exist yet. Sorry, I said push. I meant I cannot clone it. It does not exist yet. The metadata for it exists on the internet, but the actual repository does not exist. It exists only on the paper, theoretically. So I need to create it on my computer. So before I do clone, I need to create one. So I have created a repository. I have created a file in it. The file is now spotted by Git. I commit this file. I push it, and it asks me where should it go. So far it has not been anywhere on the internet ever. It has always been on my computer, created from my computer. So I tell it to go there. And that's the connection that happened with GitHub. It is now on the internet, on my GitHub. If I refresh this page, I can now see my tutorial, my repository. Now I see that I can clone it, but I don't want to do that because I've created it directly from my computer, and it exists. In the next episode, we'll see what we can do with that, but for now, let's imagine that you already created your game somewhere, and you have never synchronized it on the internet, you have never pushed it to Git, well, it's time to do that. I open the folder of my repository, I put the files, they are now spotted by Git. I put a comment in the commit, I do stage changed, I do commit, I do push. And if I refresh the page, I now see my game files on the internet in my Git repository. Thank you very much.